candidate for Congress in the Pennsylvania's 5th Congressional District, and she's also the Jefferson County Chairwoman.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Kerith Strano today, and I'm running for Congress in Pennsylvania's 5th Congressional District, which encompasses 24% of the Commonwealth. It has all but part of 16 counties, and it is rural, and it is poor. Let's take a moment and think about the theme of this week. The theme of this week has been unity. We have been asking Bernie delegates to come into the fold, and yet at the breakfast and lunch of the Pennsylvania Democratic delegation, we haven't talked about the issues in the middle of the state. And there are more people in the middle of the state that we risk losing if we don't pay attention and pull them into our party. There have been a number of congressional candidates, and to be clear, we have 10 that are running to try to support Congressman Cartwright, that are trying to support Congressman Doyle. They need help. And there are 10 of us, many of whom are running for a second time. And we're running in rural Pennsylvania. We knock on doors of registered Democrats, and they're wearing Trump t-shirts. Okay. We heard about Philadelphia's issues. We heard about Pittsburgh's issues. But with all due respect, we have to talk about the issues in rural red Pennsylvania. The opioid crisis that is creeping across rural Pennsylvania is killing our families. And I didn't hear it mentioned not once this week. Not once. We heard from a nice gentleman who did beautifully this morning, an Uber driver in Philadelphia that's complimenting the public transportation system. I live in a district that covers 24% of the Commonwealth. We don't have public transportation. So, for what it's worth, when I'm asking for all the folks that care about our rural politics, the Pennsylvania Democratic website is going to list the names of all 10 people that are running for Congress with their websites, and I ask you to look up the one that lives closest to you and help them turn the middle of this state from red to blue. Now, because it's not just me, there are 9 others, and we have 2 of them in the room today that I would like to have the opportunity to speak to you as well. Erin McClellan is running in the 12th for the 2nd time in the next 3 months. In a state that we have 0 members of Congress that are female, we are constantly told she can't win. And it's because we're in rural areas with rural voters who feel that the Republican Party scares them and the Democratic Party insults them. But let me tell you something. She can win. If we embrace the pure constitutional views of people in these areas, we can win. If we embrace their affection for their faith, for their communities, these are ideas that are fundamental to our party. She can win. And if you believe that a woman's place is in the House, then she can win. support, because Kerith and Mary Ellen and the rest of the congressional candidates are going to keep fighting despite these gerrymanders. We're going to keep working to bring rural voters back to the Democratic Party. We used to have them, and they're lost and abandoned, and we need to bring them home. We need to bring them home not just for us, but for the next generation of Americans, so they don't also inherit a world worse off than their parents. We owe that to rural Pennsylvania. We owe that to the Democratic Party, and we owe that to every woman who has the guts to put her name on the ballot.
That I had to run a second time in 2016 because more Democrats come out in presidential races with Hillary on the ballot, more women will come out, and now, as a political science professor with Trump on, I believe, like my sisters, that if the Democrats help us, we can really win this election. I stand for the issues that you stand for, the issues that Bernie fought for increasing minimum wage to $15, to decreasing the interest rates on student loans, protecting Medicare, expanding Social Security, equal pay. And the biggest issue for me, and the biggest difference with my opponent, and he's the opposite in all those issues, he's voted against increasing minimum wage. After Orlando, Congressman Meehan was asked, where do you stand on the ban on assault weapons? And he said, after Orlando, my opinion has not changed. I still do not support a ban on assault weapons. Exactly. And if you want to increase minimum wage, get equal pay, protect Medicare, expand Social Security, and change the gun laws, then change the Congress and Pennsylvania. People across the state, people across the nation couldn't believe that Pennsylvania has 0 women in its delegation. It is a disgrace. Studies show when you have women in the legislature, whether it's state or federal, you get more legislation that helps women, children, and families. My master's is in public administration managing government. Congressman Meehan voted to shut down the government. It's something that I would never do. Pay employees to stay home? Never. So Congressman Meehan voted to shut down the government. It's the women in the House and the Senate, the Democrats and the Republicans. They get together for breakfast. They talk about their children. I'm proud to introduce my daughter, Lauren Harris, who has walked with me on a million marches, who has been there and helped me. And the women are the ones that work to bring that government back together, that negotiate. We know that women compromise, that work to bring back government. Please, send us to Congress. You will see a working Congress. We need your help, but we can do it with you. Thank you so much.
Can you take a picture?